South Africa is 89% Christian on paper, yet nearly 60% still mix Christianity with witchcraft and ancestral worship. In the townships, fatherlessness is over 60%, youth unemployment near 50%, and violent crime among the highest in the world. There are churches everywhere, yet many are unequipped to disciple. Pastors are burned out and under-resourced, and orphans are slipping through the overwhelmed government system. South Africa doesn't need more religion. It needs healthy churches that can disciple people, heal families, and bridge race and class in places that need it most. I know those places. I grew up in them. I grew up in a township in South Africa, what Americans call the ghettos. At 10 years old, family conflict sent me across the country, and I ended up abandoned, starving alone in a small apartment until a maintenance worker broke in and found me on the floor. Later, I was pulled into gangs, stabbed, and nearly died again. Then at a Christian camp I didn't want to attend, I heard that God is a father to the fatherless. And that night, Jesus saved my life. Since then, I've planted and pastored in South Africa, served in ministry across Africa and the UK, and started business here in the US. Asking one question: how do we support pastors already on the front lines? That's why we launched Iziko. We identify godly local pastors in townships and villages and fully fund them for their first 3 years of church planting so they can preach, raise leaders, and care for orphans and vulnerable children. We measure real fruit. Is the real gospel being preached? Are disciples being raised? Are families and kids being served? Then we move toward sustainability through local giving and simple income streams, so that after 3 years, the pastor isn't dependent on foreign support. Our goal is to see dozens, eventually hundreds, of healthy, multiracial, multi-class churches across South Africa and beyond. I shouldn't be alive today, but God was faithful to me. Now I want to be faithful to pastors and children still in South Africa, and I need partners. Your giving to Iziko places pastors in communities and helps build churches that care for kids. Will you join us? Let's advance the gospel together.